Hello everybody, Flash Notion here, and we have an Equestria Girls special to react to. Not shorts this time, we have a full hour-ish long special. So yeah, this ought to be pretty cool. The special is called Spring Breakdown, and it is... I haven't heard too much about it, but apparently in this one, the human girls go to the pony world at some point. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Like, why hasn't that happened sooner? But yeah, it should be pretty cool. This is pretty much our last big hurrah before season 9 rolls around. So let's just find out what this is all about. Supposedly it doesn't actually have all that much to do with the it was speculated by people that it would have something to do with the Shadow Bolts mentioned back in Dance Magic that they were raising money for like a yacht party or something like that. But supposedly this doesn't really have anything to do with that. It's just something else entirely. I don't know, but we'll find out. And I think that's all I have to say about it, because like I said, I haven't heard too much about it. So yeah, we'll just watch this special. Hopefully it's fun, and start in 3, 2, 1, play. Cool. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna have a intro. Oh, you are my Equestria girls. Nice. How many times have we seen this full intro? I don't think we've seen it very often. Did we see it in Forgotten Friendship? I think we did. You are my Equestria girls. I do like the full intro. It's pretty cool. Seriously, my headphones are so loud lately. That is certainly a yacht. And the new outfits do look cute. Pinky? What? Okay, so it's the whole school here. Okay. Everybody's upset about Pinky doing this sort of stuff. Nice. Little Titanic reference there. Naturally necessary. And Rarity's taking selfies, of course.
Welcome aboard the Lux Deluxe, where you'll set sail for a full week of luxuriating on our most deluxe luxury liner.
Why so much luxury?
Luxurious.
Okay.
Did you see there's a petting zoo on board?
Flush, I should like that.
And all you can eat dessert buffet you can eat all you can eat at?
Twilight, you're overselling it. Just a little bit.
And a moving floor!
Yeah, I think Applejack has noticed. Poor Applejack.
I think I may have forgotten to pack my sea legs.
Nope.
Thank you for organizing this stuff, Twilight.
I gotta hand it to you.
Why is Rainbow look so
battle settings.
nervous?
Imagine going head to head with a sea monster by the pool.
She's bored.
Chow! Evil Equestrian magic blows up the diving board. The boat's sinking. Everyone's screaming. And then we save the day.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Oh, is the sea monster okay in this story?
Of course, that's what Fluttershy is worried about.
She's our friend now. Best spring break ever!
It would be if it actually happened, I guess.
Or we could do not that.
Good line reading there, Sense.
Hoping we could do something without having to battle equestrian magic for a change.
Yeah.
We couldn't even spend the day at Equestria World without creating a calamity.
Which we then
Oh, okay. Roller Coaster of Friendship. I forgot about that one.
Some superheroes.
Seriously, Rainbow.
Twilight, this is a most deserved respite. We're all very thankful for the chance to relax.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Rainbow is pretty much the only one who's like, I want to do saving the world again.
Evil magic! A GPS alert! We're in international waters!
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Tax-free shopping!
I'm pretty sure that's not what that means, but sure. Fancy. Grown-ups there too. Pinky.
Ooh, honey walnut crisp, candy coated cupcakes, banana sorbet.
Yeah, this must be like heaven for her.
Triple choco berry blasted butter biscuit buns cake. I've waited my whole life to taste a cake like this.
It's gone. That is a nice little zoom there. I like it. I really do.
Excusez-moi, mademoiselle. How about one fresh from the oven?
Even better. Her eyes are... I don't think that spatula is necessary. Aw, poor kid and poor Pinky.
Mon gâteau!
Why is she kicking Pinky out? Pinky didn't do anything. I didn't scream.
You saw it. She had a spatula. So you're welcome.
Rainbow, you are literally ruining this trip for your friends right now. What is up with the little colored animals there? That's weird.
A goat on a boat?
Why are there colored goats?
Now I've seen it.
My little goat? Aww.
Aren't you just the softest thing? You have 42 grandchildren? Wow, Mr. Bouncy, that's
Wow.
impressive. I'd love to meet them.
That they managed to put that. What?
Sure, he seems cute and cuddly now.
I mean, no, Rainbow. That's in the pony world. Angel is evil in the pony world. Oh, it's that little girl again.
Eat carrots?
Yeah. Evil carrot.
Rainbow. This is getting annoying already. Sorry. Even Fluttershy's like actually annoyed. Ugh. Poor Applejack. Just hurl, Applejack. You'll feel better.
What's up, AJ?
You can't talk? Evil magic stole your voice?
Out, evil spirits! Out!
You're about to get some evil spirits right all over you. Aw. Finally!
Or you're seasick. Because of evil magic?
That is the look of somebody who is going to punch you all the way back to the mainland. And she could do it too. If we don't get a song...
Anyone seen bad magic on board?
Nope. And the crew are just like, what the fuck is she talking about? Is there drugs? Do we need to be concerned about it? Flash is just like, get out of here. Over there. There's some feud to investigate. Go away. It's gonna be Trixie, isn't it? Trixie's bad magic as in it sucks. Or is this gonna be,
Prepare yourself. I'm ready for anything.
it's just...
Prepare yourself for the great and powerful Trixie of the high seas. 2 shows daily. Tip your waitresses.
She is adorable.
Wasn't ready for that.
Ah.
Why, hello, Rainbow Dash. If you're hoping for a glimpse of the ultimate power in the universe, you'll have to wait until tonight.
Oh.
Just looking for bad magic. Sorry to disturb
Not an insult,
The
Trixie.
bad magic of others always follows the amazing magic of moi. What do you mean? I'm talking about the old grandpas in the audience who see my show and then try to impress their kids with a disappearing quarter trick on their way home.
Aww.
Their magic only shows up in response to your magic.
You're a genius! Well, obviously.
Oh, Rainbow Dash.
10-foot handkerchief down my sleeve.
That's... I just wanna... I wanna slap her right now. She really is just being a ditz. Rarity, you're not even changing outfits, you're just changing sunglasses. Why does it require fancy posing? Aww, that's adorable. Okay. Rarity, you're going to spend everything on the first day.
99? Oh, my savvy shopping smarts strike again. Here's 10.
I'm pretty sure it's 99. Oh, here we go.
My golly, that's real copper it is. Blooming delightful. Penny for your thoughts, miss.
Um,
Oh, you can't.
so this must be the ragamuffin I've heard about.
Right.
I didn't really want to talk about it.
Oh, ragamuffin, that's my name, isn't it? Need a hand?
What the hell is his voice? He sounds like he's trying to be a parrot.
Rarity.
No. Rarity.
Rarity.
Close enough.
Oh dear. And Rainbow's organizing a concert, a Rainboom's concert, to try and show off their magic, so that way some evil magic will show up. And they're all just like, why are we doing this?
Look at us, getting ready to play at a pool party. Who knows what hijinks will ensue, am I right? Maybe I'll fall in the pool fully clothed, and everyone will laugh.
Now you're trying too hard again, Twilight. Seriously.
Fun. Huh. My whole life I've been taught that you could only berry blast a butter biscuit on a bundt cake with 2 layers of chocolate. But this afternoon, I saw the truth. The buffet has a triple chocolate blasted butter biscuit bundt cake. How was it?
Pinky?
I don't know, because Rainbow Dash got me banned from the buffet! What? She also scared the animals in the petting zoo.
Aw.
They don't want pets. It's just a zoo.
She sure wasn't helping me not get sick off the side of the boat.
But you're still
Wow.
having fun, right?
I mean, I don't think Applejack has been having any fun for the entire trip, but those two were until Rainbow.
It's not your fault.
You're right, it's Rainbow's.
Sorry I'm late.
So, listen, I got an idea for our show tonight. We
Right.
some awesomeness on the crowd. I'm talking rainbow lasers.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, when we turn into ponies, or do you mean no, the other thing?
I always called that
Uh.
pony up.
Yeah?
Rainbow lasers. I don't think that's a thing. It will.
Well, I mean, it kind of is.
Right. Who's with me?
Rainbow Dash, can I talk to you for a second?
Please? Sunset is mad.
Twilight worked really hard to plan this trip for all of us. And,
Yeah?
how can I say this without being mean?
Just say it. I can take it.
You're ruining it for everyone.
Ouch.
Your words just punch my feelings. You said you could take
Yeah?
it. Just stop
Okay.
looking for a problem when there isn't one.
Yeah,
That.
that's fair.
Hello, darling. Where have you been?
Having a little chat with old ragamuffin she was.
Everybody's just like, what the hell?
All right. Thanks for everything, Rarity. Good luck for all the music and whatnot. Cheers.
Rainbow's gonna think there's some kind of dark magic going on with Applejack that led to that guy, and
Sounds?
Okay. Seriously, this is just... Oh, is it gonna get rained out? Ooh, I like her design. That was cool. Well, Applejack's looking a little bit better. Okay.
Get in the groove. You bring your dancing shoes. I'll bring the attitude. You bring the crew so we can move.
Nice.
Turn up the floor. Turn up the bass.
Bo just...
See that smile
Oh.
on your face. Come on and go with the flow. Gonna steal the show, yeah. Let me show you how it goes. Repeat after me. 'Cause it's all.
Nice. It is always nice to hear them play. Poor Applejack, though. I mean, she does look like she feeling better. A little bit, at least. As she keeps playing. Alright, whatever. Go all out. Uh-oh. They blew out all the electricity. Oh dear. Well, that's new. They've never experienced feedback before.
It's about to go down!
The ship's going down?
Oh dear! Rainbow! Why?
I meant evil! Stop screaming!
Oh my god. Hand out flashlights.
What happened to the lights?
Some kind of feedback.
Nah, I hate seeing a party get shut down before it's time.
The good news is,
No.
now that it's dark, maybe my brain won't know I'm on a boat.
Nope.
No.
No, it will. Especially because it's not your brain, it's your ear.
Let's not let a little thing like total mechanical and electrical failure ruin our fun.
I mean... Yeah, kind of late for that, Twilight.
Leave it to me.
I mean, maybe she could fix it.
She's wasting her time. Because this is equestrian magic.
No.
Stop! You stop!
I'm pretty sure you'd sense it if it was.
10 seconds later, the power blows. We scared whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's your fault, Rainbow.
back. We should split up and search the ship. Who's with me?
Literally nobody. Also, with your geode, you could search the entire ship in about 10 seconds. Less than, so...
That's the last time I ask who's with me.
I mean, maybe there is going to be something up, but...
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but may I?
Yeah, this is Twilight. She builds robots for fun.
What a mess. Did you even read the 600-page online emergency handbook?
No. Did you? Before coming on this cruise? Really? And Pinky's using the opportunity to raid the buffet.
Raid the dessert buffet under the cover of darkness. Triple chocoberry blasted butter biscuit.
You are not going to get what you want.
Who said that?
No one!
Wow.
Shouldn't you be upstairs?
Somebody has to guard the bond cakes.
Why?
Back. I have a spatula.
What the hell? Okay. Gonna find Trixie?
Ragamuffin?
No. Trixie.
Ragamuffin? Are you down here? I was just, in the neighborhood and,
No, Rarity. Don't. Just don't. Oh! Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was trying to place him. It wasn't British. It's more of a, like, east, like, whatever it is that's east of Britain. The Ireland, Welsh, something in there. Jeez, that's a storm. That's the Storm King's logo. What the fuck?
do it! Evil magic! You guys gotta see this!
Okay, so apparently she does have her geode on her.
All that's left is to hold this lead wire in place while the auxiliary unit cycles. And everything should be back to normal in 3, 2, 1. No time for that!
God damn it, Rainbow! You just made everything 10 times worse. Like, this is worse than Applejack in the last one.
Time for that!
No! Oh, come on!
Band for life!
No. Aw.
Well, me pa worked in a coal mine, but I always wanted to dance.
Seriously?
A fancy girl like you wouldn't understand.
Oh no, actually, in a school production of Bedazzled,
Oh, that's-
I played a coal miner's daughter who danced in Bedazzled magical boots. I'm a fairy boot mother.
Right. So we're making that canon. Okay, that's pretty cool. Like, acknowledging some of the shorts here. He's just like, what the fuck just happened?
Promise this is more important than all of your things.
No, well, maybe, but like, I don't think it's gonna be there for you to show.
Evil magic.
Nothing, Rainbow. It like, did you really think it was permanent?
Going a minute ago. It went whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with little ribbon thingies.
Do you know which sorcerer can conjure up the greatest magic of all? Mother Nature.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
What you saw was probably nothing more than an innate phosphorescent biochemical property of common algae.
What? If that's what you think, then let's get in lifeboats and I'll prove it. The magic came from that one. We sail out and find the source.
And then?
Then it's go time.
Which means?
We take no prisoners.
Where would we take them?
Eh.
The prisoners. That's kidnapping. Are you even listening to yourself?
You don't want me to be right because you're scared to be a superhero.
We're not superheroes.
I mean, you could be superheroes and you'd be awesome at it, but like,
We're just ordinary girls who have saved the world from complete destruction multiple times.
technically,
Yes.
you.
Telling you
Wow.
the rest of
I
us
mean,
aren't in denial. Right, everyone? Let's get to those boats.
kind of.
We do best. Who's with me? Okay.
I'd kind of prefer them to go full-on Magical Girl anime with the series, but part of the fun and charm of this series is that they can do the more normal situations that just can't happen in the pony world.
I wasn't very nice to Rainbow Dash last night.
Last
No
night?
one's blaming you for wanting
Wow.
to give us a normal spring break.
I mean,
We'd be having one if it weren't for me. I brought magic to this world in the first place.
eh.
I wouldn't trade you for anything in the world.
Aww.
Same here. How about we make sure Rainbow Dash knows that too?
Aww. And Pinky's... Pinky, I don't think you're banned from the cafeteria. I mean, they can't starve you. Did she take a lifeboat
Let's have a do-over.
by herself? That seems like a very Rainbow thing to do.
You don't think she went off into the storm, do you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'll call her.
What up, nerds? It's Rainbow Dash having way too much fun.
What up, nerds?
To answer your call. So leave a message if you do all the text me.
Wow. So... Storm King magic, huh? This doesn't make too much sense,
You're going
but...
after her? She wouldn't even be out there if I hadn't brought magic to this world in the first place.
Seriously, Sunset, stop beating yourself up about that.
Of course
You're
I'm in.
getting worse than
100%
Starlight.
on board.
Then get on board.
I just said
Oh.
on board.
Yeah.
I'll fix the engine while you're gone. We'll be ready to go before that storm hits us.
Maybe.
But you're seasick. Going below deck is the worst thing you could do.
Is it?
Not worse than losing Rainbow Dash.
Oh, help keep people calm. Get cake. I mean, keep people calm.
Wow.
Everyone, even grandchildren. And I I'll inform the below deck crew. But even though we're from two different worlds, one a lowly
Seriously,
soul,
Rarity?
the other a sophisticated being. I mean, I'll help out the Jack.
We'll find Rainbow Dash
Wow.
and be back as soon as possible. Let's go.
I would not be surprised at this point if Rainbow wasn't out there and she was somewhere else entirely. And they just... Nice.
You forgot to untie the rope.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Still. Ooh, is this gonna be the equivalent of Mount Eris? Maybe? Also, better hope you don't run aground with those rocks while you're, there. Did Twilight decide to stash the Storm King's staff in this alternate universe while, without informing Sunset? Because, like, that seems also like a very Twilight thing to do.
Rainbow Dash!
Any sign of her?
Also, how the hell are you gonna find the big boat?
You don't think she went in there?
Wow.
Fluttershy when we need her.
Wow.
I'm going in that jungle.
I'm going in that jungle?
Yep.
The parrot must be repeating what she said. Let's go.
Parrots usually have to be more trained for that, but
In there?
sure. Oh, spiders, snakes, crab.
Anyone could have said that.
Well, my name isn't Rainbow Dash.
Okay, that's
Fine.
nice. That's funny. Ew. Twilight, just use your magic to make like a force field around yourself. I mean that you're not. That's more Rarity's power, but like you can do it too. Just push everything away from you. That's it. Just succeed out of spite. Oof. And Sunset just does not really. No, hell no, fuck that. And of course she got herself into trouble. Really? Quicksand, Rainbow? Do you not know how Daring Do gets out of this stuff?
Way to go, Rainbow Dash. You did it again. You had to go off on your own, didn't you?
Also, quicksand is really not that common or that much of an issue.
No, hey! Sup? Just taking a rest in here. You know,
Yeah, no.
finding
No.
magic is hard work. Did you find any? Nah, just quicksand.
Don't struggle. We'll find something to pull you out.
Struggle?
I mean, Twilight's magic? Seriously?
Struggling. Typical Rainbow Dash. I've had a little time to think. A lot of time, actually.
Yeah, how long have you been stuck in there?
Make it up to you, because you were right.
Twilight's wrong.
Anyone could have said that.
No.
Well, my name isn't Rainbow Dash.
Stupid parrot.
Gotta stop saying my name all the time.
Yes.
I was a little annoyed at first, but I'll admit it. I ruined everyone's spring break for
Oh,
nothing.
yeah. Did they turn their geodes into,
Nothing
wrist things?
magical at all.
Yeah, no, something magical.
The only thing
What the hell is happening?
was me.
Maybe that giant plant monster.
What giant plant monster? That giant plant monster!
Okay. That looks a lot like a plunder seed. Seriously, Twilight, couldn't you have used your magic to pull Rainbow out of the quicksand long before that?
Fly harder!
Okay. More vines. Damn. Seriously, Twilight, that's pretty badass. Up until you fail.
Take my hand! Take your hand! I've seen something like this before.
Oh.
This is definitely equestrian magic.
Yeah, I'd say so. But how are you gonna get out of it?
Hold it back much longer! I have a way out of this. Do you trust me? Of course!
Okay.
See you soon!
I'll
explain later. We jump on 3.
Is that another portal? Is that what it is?
1, 2, 3!
Oof. Cool. So, we found another portal.
Where are we?
Not about to get eaten.
Good enough for me.
It's more complicated than that.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's adorable.
Twilight, you're okay. This is supposed to happen.
Oh, my
Yeah.
things are horse things!
Or we call them pony things.
Yeah. And Rainbow doesn't remember how to fly.
That wasn't quicksand back there. The sand was covering a portal to Equestria.
Huh.
Now there was only one from school to Celestia's mirror, but who knows how many there are and where they might lead.
That's true.
Sorry, I
I
wasn't
mean,
listening.
Star Swirl opened up a bunch of them.
Now, Twilight, since I kind of messed things up on the boat, maybe this could be your vacation. We're here, we're ponies. Let's have some fun, pony style.
Yeah, you have no idea what to do.
Nothing we say.
Or you can just go back through the mirror in Twilight's castle.
Fantastic opportunity to study the physical laws of a novel dimension.
Shouldn't we be getting back?
It's just a little rain. I'm sure our friends are fine.
Yeah, no. That's not just a little rain. That is definitely magical. Somehow.
Breaker 4.5. This is Red.
4.5.
The storm status update. Over.
What the hell?
Oi, matey, this is Rarity. Please repeat the words you said.
Yeah, no. Damn. So, how did the magic end up here? Like, besides that portal, I mean, like...
Ordinary stone.
Did Star Swirl shove it into another dimension? Like, that's definitely a Star Swirl thing to do. Okay, so they're going into Ponyville. They're gonna encounter some characters.
We better keep a low profile.
I
Follow
mean,
my lead.
Sidetwai doesn't have wings! That's a dead giveaway. Aww. That's a cute little, foal. Hi, Big Mac. This is the longest we've seen Pony Sunset in a while, isn't it? No! You are not gonna... Hey, Derpy! Just get into the castle and everything will be fine. I wish we could see the school.
On the left, now on the right.
We're gonna get to see them talk! They've never actually been shown to...
Twilight!
Pony Salvador Dali
What are you doing?
paintings?
It's a
Also,
long story.
I didn't notice, did Spike have...
Coming in the front door and
wings?
not up from where I keep the mirror. You found another portal between
Wow,
worlds.
she is very smart.
I guess it wasn't that long.
Oh, I like her. Rainbow Dash, other me.
Yeah, weird.
What about
Does
the others?
Spike have wings?
Oh,
Seriously, I can't
For
tell.
us, but they're fine.
No, they're not.
No reason to hurry back.
Yeah, plenty of reason. Even the biggest.
Apple Jack said to tell you she's about to reconnect the engine and we might feel a little jolt. Oh, when? She didn't say.
Any moment. Wow.
I can't slow it down.
Okay. That's not good. So, are they gonna run aground on the island?
That's the last time I ever went to a dragon wedding.
So Spike doesn't have wings. So this takes place before season 8, huh?
Takes chocolate fondue. It takes
Okay.
20 minutes, though.
That's
we have all the time in the
weird.
world. We're running out of time! Watch out for rocks!
Huh. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that this takes place before season
Did you hear that?
8.
It sounded like Pinkie Pie yelling.
How is Pinkie Pie's...
Yelling, silly.
Oh.
Being at the front door yelling. Fun.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Rainbow Dash. Pony with glasses who I don't recognize. Here.
What the hell? Clark Canning, I guess.
Ow! So hot. It needs to be like 20% cooler.
Seriously? Gonna meme? You do not know how to use the horn.
I love this.
It probably tastes a bit different because ponies. But
I can't take much more. You might not have.
this whole thing is ridiculous at this point. Okay, so they're heading for the portal. Oh, okay. Now we really get to do a Titanic. Boat sinking.
Behold, the vase is now empty. The question is, can the great and powerful Trixie bring the water back?
That is not what she meant to do.
Powerful. I'm too powerful.
Oh my god, Trixie. Yep.
And that was the time I was rescued by my own pupil. Which really gave
Wow.
me some perspective on the
Okay, so that's season 6.
Ponies are like superheroes.
Yeah.
We're not superheroes. Sure, just ordinary ponies who save the world from complete destruction multiple times. Familiar?
Rainbow, just
Here's
shut the
one.
fuck up. Oh, that's...
This is from our battle with the Storm King. He stole our magic
Um.
and used it to create the most powerful storm in Equestria.
Whoa. And
Luckily,
Rainbow
friends and I
recognizes
were
the
able to
symbol.
work together to drain his magic and seal his power into this.
That's not exactly how it went, but, like...
That symbol looks familiar. You've seen this before?
It's just that symbol. It looks exactly like what I thought I saw in the water when we were back on the boat. But besides,
Okay.
the magic glow was just Mother Nature.
When you saw the thing that looked exactly like this thing, there wasn't any thunder or lightning accompanying it.
Yes. But the Storm
There is
King's,
definitely
like...
thunder.
Affirmative
Dead.
the thunder.
But if...
Okay. No pony freak out, but I think maybe there's a chance when we destroyed the Storm King, we didn't capture all his magic, and maybe a bit found its way into your world. It might be turning into a giant magic storm and threatening your friends as we speak. No pony freak out!
Our friends! We have to go back!
Ladies?
It's hero time!
No, you did not just steal Ben 10's catchphrase. Fuck you. Fuck that. No. Okay. But they can't go back through the portal in the castle because that would take them to Camelot. Hi, they have to go through the one on the island. Otherwise... Jesus. Okay. Semi-sapient or, like, self-aware storm, I guess?
There go the lifeboats! It was a very specific lightning strike.
Yes, yes it was. Almost like something is directing it. But what? Or who? Oh. Okay. Oh, they're back.
No time to lose. Let's do
So, that was
grab on! Right.
cool. You know, the size comparison between them and that staff should provide a very good frame of reference for how big ponies are. That's awesome, by the way. That is trailer fodder.
Another update? Sunny. With a jet of awesome.
I can't believe how easy that was.
Turn around.
I think we all learned a valuable lesson today.
Trust Rainbow Dash.
I learned we don't have to go looking for trouble. We just have to be there for
Turn around!
If you hadn't
Turn around! God damn it!
back and save our friends.
part of the plan.
Right.
The ship is still sinking.
Okay.
Ship is sinking.
How are we gonna fix that?
Help them.
Maybe use the staff?
It won't start. It's hero time.
And the watch, too. Somebody's a fan of Ben 10. Somebody is a fan of Ben 10. Why? Why? I mean, I like Ben 10 too, but, you know, actually leave it in that franchise.
Are you guys okay?
They stopped the storm.
We fixed the boat, but then we crashed into a rock and we're sinking, so we ruined your spring break.
Eh.
It's not your fault. The storm was equestrian magic. Rainbow Dash was right all along. Whatever
Kind
the
of.
us are facing,
But,
however our lives are changing, we're going through it together. So let's get
right. So where's the thing, where's the episode that's gonna split you apart? Because that has to be a thing, right?
See how easy that was? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably not.
Rainbow lasers?
I thought we were calling it.
No, we agreed on
Their geodes are all different. Okay, that's nice. Most of them have hairpins, but Rainbow has a bracelet. That's pretty cool.
AG, Dash, Pinky, and I will make sure.
Okay, and they do have the same outfits as Forgotten Friendship, just with their other stuff on top of it. Ooh, gonna fix the hole in the ship. Or do that. Cool. So she is... I keep forgetting that she's basically Green Lantern. Fluttershy. Ugh. Oh my god. Really? Okay. Fine. Okay, fist bump the bunny. That's fine as well.
Head for the lifeboat. That way.
They all can basically fly. I just realized that. What's up with her? Missing her mom? Yeah. Aww, she had to grab the whammy. Because that's basically what it looks like. No, wait, the whammy was a snail. That's a turtle. Okay, now she doesn't know where her mom is. Okay, we don't need this much, I don't think. Oh, that is pretty cool that they can all basically fly. In this mode. Seriously, why did Sunset not get wings and become an alicorn?
Stand back.
AJ's gonna rip the door off the hinge. That works as well. I mean, she ripped the entire frame out as well, so... What is she trying to do?
I thought I told you never to come in here.
Good thing I'm a slow learner.
Yeah, pretty much.
I am trapped. My foot is stuck.
Eh. Eh. Pinky, use your powers.
Triple chocolate berry blossom butter biscuit bun.
It's not gonna taste good underwater. Also, you could just use your powers to explode it. So. Also, just gross in general. So. Yeah, how much money is that gonna cost the cruise line?
All clear!
Okay, let's shovel.
And how are they gonna get back to the mainland exactly? Or are they gonna go through Equestria? Back to Kanoa High? Because that, like, could be a thing. Aw.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye.
Yeah.
Care of yourself.
You two, rarity.
Nice.
Don't let anyone tell you you can't be a dancer. For all coal turns to diamonds.
That's the best advice I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Cool.
What? So...
This is a weird one,
what?
just in general.
I might have a way home, but it's kind of weird.
A little more on the left.
Are they gonna take everybody back through the portal? Seriously, why does Spike not have wings? Everybody's gonna go through the portals. That's fantastic. So everybody at the school now gets a glimpse of Pony World. That's interesting. This whole thing was just interesting. I'm gonna take a minute to think about this one, I think, just because, like, this is a weird one. So, give me a second. Whew. Okay, so, strap in, people, because we got a fair few topics to get through. First up on the list is we gotta talk about it, Ragamuffin as a character, as well as what it means for Rarajack. Because Rarajack is something that just a lot of people are kind of sick of. Not like... How can I put this? It used to be a pretty big ship back in the day, I guess, but as time has gone on, it's just been one of those ships that nobody really cares about anymore or really wants all that much. At least that's what I feel like. Especially after the last special came out, and a lot of people were just kind of like, because Roller Coaster of Friendship really was the Rarajack shipping special. Like, it practically made it canon, and everybody was still kind of like, I don't really like it. I mean, there were other issues with that special. The pacing and the writing in general was just weird and kind of off. And I feel like that's something that can also be said about this one a little bit, but probably less so. But it's still there, still an issue. And in this case, Ragamuffin, I can definitely see it. I heard it on Discord, and I just didn't really want to think about it all that much. But he definitely looks like a male Applejack, just with a different accent. And I'm not quite sure if I was correct about it. It doesn't feel quite like an Irish accent, at least not the one that I'm familiar with from American television. But, I mean, he was doing the step dancing thing there, so what do I know? I don't know anything. I mean, he seems kind of cool. He gave us an opportunity to confirm the shorts as canon, as much as they can be. But, like, I don't know, it did feel weird and kind of unnecessary in terms of, like, the entire special. Like, it really does feel like you could cut his parts out and not lose anything. I mean, you could cut out, like, Fluttershy's parts, a lot of them, and not lose anything either. Yeah. It's just one of those things that it's weird. You have to wonder why they put it in, if it wasn't to pad the time out, and, the fans haven't really been reacting all that positively to it, and I can see why. It's not that I hate it, it's just kind of a weird choice. The second major thing to talk about is the portals, because, yeah, that's really interesting. So, we have our portal in the mirror that leads to Canterlot High. That one, I have to assume, was created somewhat deliberately, and because it basically connected for a time the place where Celestia would be, and where the Celestia of the alternate world is. Like, I'm pretty sure it's canon that mirror was put in the Crystal Empire by Celestia for safekeeping, and before that it was in Canterlot. That's canon, right? That's a thing that's come out at some point. at least that the writers have said it or something like that. I'm pretty sure it is, but maybe I'm wrong. But if that were the case, then it used to be in Camelot, and it was at and the other end of the portal is at Camelot High. It makes sense for there to be a connection there. The new portal doesn't make quite as much sense, but I can still kind of see it. It leads from the quicksand pit there on the one side, which seems to have a plunder seed growing nice and healthily on it, guarding over it. And on the other side, it leads to a cave, presumably somewhere in the middle of the, or like on the edge of the Everfree Forest. That's kind of interesting. It really does bring up a lot of questions. But I'm actually going to think about that one later. I'm adding that to the list now. That's an entirely different thing. Let's just move on. Just the concept that there could be other portals is really interesting. The idea that, crossovers could be happening, could have been happening all along. I really do have to wonder how the Sirens would feel about that, though, knowing, or like discovering, there's a portal over on this island that we could have gone through at any time within the past 1,000 years and gotten home. I have to imagine that would be quite frustrating for them to learn about. But the question remains, like Twilight said, how many other portals are there? Because we do know that Star Swirl is kind of he's created the portal multiple times. He made a special portal just to send the Sirens through, and they made a portal to send Stygian through, although that took them with it. But they obviously made the Mirror portal as well. So and we do know that Clover the Clever also made a portal at some point, which maybe this is the portal that Clover the Clever used, though I doubt it. It wouldn't make all that much sense, especially since the Memory Stone was hidden near Canterlot High. So yeah, unless he made that portal as a way to go home. But how would he do that? I don't know. I'm just random speculation thought with that one, because we don't know. There's a lot that this kind of opens up, just possibilities for other crossovers that could happen without characters having to go to Twilight's Castle or to the school, Camelot High there. It really does bring a lot more to the table now that we have the option of just basically plonking a portal wherever we want in the fanfic and saying, hey, there just happens to be a portal here. Characters can go through it. Why not? So yeah, I do like that aspect. That opens up so much in terms of storytelling now, which, this series, this iteration of My Little Pony is coming to an end, but whatever. Okay, the timing of this special. That is an issue that I really want to talk about. This is airing right before Season 9 begins. But, based on the fact that, number one, we don't see Spike's wings, or we see Spike and he doesn't have wings, and the fact that we don't see the school behind Twilight's Castle, pretty much guarantees that this special takes place in between the movie and Season 8. Or, it would have to, because no school. Which is kind of crazy, because, why did they wait so long to air it? Why? It doesn't... I guess they could have aired it as soon as the Choose Your Own Ending shorts aired, which was a while ago. I'm pretty sure that was in the middle of Season 8, so they could have aired it back then. They could have aired all of it a little bit earlier. Or they could have just added some wings to Spike and added the school in the background, and we wouldn't have had to worry about anything. Seriously. But no, now this opens up a whole other issue with the timing, because... just what? Especially because this is happening on spring break, and yet it's happening after the school play. The timing of this, the Equestria Girls stuff is just such a pain in the ass. Especially if you want things to occur in the universe in the same order that the stuff comes out in. Because, like, we just had the short that said, oh, they're going back to the school year. And now we got this thing that's like spring break, which is like more than halfway through the school year typically. So, what the hell? I hate that. I know it's supposed to be nebulous, but the fact that it takes place in a high school means it has a specific timeline that it has to follow. And it's just ridiculous trying to figure out how that timeline works and how it relates back to the pony world. Because if we don't have that, then nothing actually makes sense. I mean, it kind of ties into the next little topic here that I have, but like, this is its entirely separate issue, and it's been an issue pretty much ever since the series first started. Because of, I mean, just the existence of Celestia in the human world raises questions, because, like, Celestia is 1,000 years old in pony world. How is she only, like, middle-aged in human world? That doesn't add up. Meanwhile, we saw in a short or something, I think, that Star Swirl exists in the human world, but he's like an ancient astronomer, so yeah, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I remember one fanfic that I read where somehow, miraculously, all the females of Celestia and Luna's family look exactly the same. They either look like Celestia or Luna. So, like, going back 1,000 years, there's always been a Celestia and Luna in the human world, which is an explanation, but it's a stupid one, and yet at this point it would not surprise me in the slightest if that were canon. So, yeah, ignoring that issue for the moment, I mean, let's just talk about the other ways in which the human world is completely absurd. Just ridiculous. I mean, number one, that cruise ship is seriously impractical looking. It looks like a giant yacht, but it doesn't make sense to be a yacht, because a yacht is like a personal ship. Like, you can have big yachts, but they don't typically act as ocean liner cruise ships. I mean, your average yacht is going to be maybe a little bit bigger than a fishing trawler, which can be fairly big, I guess, but like not that big. Whereas your average cruise ship is bigger than like a ship that hauls around cargo containers usually. So yeah, the cruise ships are basically usually floating cities. Seriously, if you've never really seen the size of these types of ships, they're ridiculous. Just, I mean, go humanity for actually making stuff like that, but damn. We can make stuff like that, but we cannot fix the world's problems, apparently. I'm not getting into that right now. Let's not do that. But no, just the yacht in and of itself is absurd. But the way that everything is run, that one lady who's like guarding the buffet and like hitting people with spatulas, apparently, that's ridiculous. The fact that nobody ever questions the magic at all, just so much of the human world is so utterly ridiculous and just wrong to us living in a human world. Like, it's hard to separate reality and the way that we feel certain things should be compared to what they are within the fiction. Because obviously, we feel like, Sunset Shiver blew up the front of the school, she should probably be in jail at this point. Or the Sirens probably should be in jail as well. I mean, pretty much everybody who was ever a villain in this series should be in jail. But they're not, and the only police officer we've ever seen is a traffic cop, and just so much just does not make sense. Like, how can Twilight just walk into the school and be like, I go here now? Like, what? And I'm talking about Pony Twilight, not Sci-Twi. It's just, it doesn't operate on any sort of logic that we would understand. And that's kind of fine so long as it maintains internal consistency, but it doesn't really seem likely to maintain internal consistency all that much. So, yeah, it's just weird. Crap, I had another thing that I wanted to mention and talk about, and I can't even remember what it was. It wasn't the portal thing. It was something about the absurdity of the human world and the timing and all that sort of stuff. What was it? I was talking about... Oh, right. It wasn't even having to do with that. It was just my mind going on a complete blank and wander and whatnot. Okay, deal was that I wanted to talk about how, considering all the villains should be in jail, that led my mind to another thought, which is that we didn't have a villain this time. Not a proper one. We just had some random magical cloud that could be sucked up into a staff. Which, I mean, that also doesn't quite follow the movie accurately either, does it? Because the Storm King didn't have any magic of his own, at least not that we saw. He only had the alicorn magic that he stole, which seemed like it was returned. But considering, then again, just that it kind of exploded outward in a wave of healing magic, there's every possibility that one small piece of that magic found the portal that was at the edge of the Everfree Forest and just wandered through there. Why not? Why not? But no, it was cool not having a proper villain because we didn't have to justify going, ponying up to beat up a human who's basically just got a magic cell phone. That was the stupidest thing that they have ever shown on this series. But no, they ponied up, but they did it more like how they did at the end of Legend of Everfree, where they were using their geode powers and their ponying upness to act like superheroes, saving people, which is really cool. Sunset totally should have her own wings, but we'll not get into that, especially since she was the only one who was shown flying without wings. Anyways, but no, like it was cool to see them acting like superheroes, and that kind of leads me into the last thing. This story very much feels like a decon recon switch, is what it's called. It's a trope, but it will require some explaining for people not familiar with it. Okay, so basic starting point is this. I've seen a couple of things on Discord where people were kind of ragging on this special, and I think, it has some points that you could bring up where you can rag on it a little bit. But the main thing that everybody seemed to be kind of griping over was the fact that one of the writers is on record as saying that they don't really like the concept behind Equestria Girls, and this special seems to reflect that in people's eyes. And I honestly don't think so. Honestly, it starts out that way a little bit. Like, with Rainbow just like, yeah, we're gonna do the rainbow laser thing and fight evil and monsters and blah. We're gonna be superheroes, and everybody else is just kind of like rolling their eyes like, no, that's dumb. That's a very deconstruction-y thing to do, which I skipped over this again. Deconstruction in fiction is when you take a concept and you see how it would be, like, see how reality would affect that concept. For example, like, this is done mostly in superhero stories, but, like, Watchmen is one of the big deconstructionist stories of superheroes. There was another one, not The Dark Knight Returns. That one was more of a parody. There are a bunch of them, but, like, stories that take superhero tropes and they are like, well, if this were to happen in the real world, here's what it would be like, and usually it's freaking horrifying. Because basically they go down the whole route of absolute power corrupts absolutely, and, like, these superpowers would be hugely destructive in reality. People who get these powers aren't actually all that likely to be good people, that sort of thing. There's another... Oh, yeah, one of the better ones that I've read, honestly, that I think everybody should really read this. It's called The Boys by Garth Ennis, I believe is how it's pronounced. I don't know. Ennis, I don't even care. But it's really a good series, and it's hard to describe, but it is being made into a series on, I think it's Amazon Prime, or maybe it's Hulu, I don't really know. It's one of those streaming services that's owned by a company, but they're making a television series about it, or based off from it. And the basic premise is that in this world, superheroes are created and controlled by corporations, but, like, they're utter idiots, and the superheroes mess things up more often than they actually help. But because the companies are so rich from all the merchandising and crap, it's completely glossed over. Like, the superheroes literally get away with murder and all kinds of other crimes as well. And yeah, it's ridiculous what they get away with, but kind of scarily accurate sometimes in terms of how celebrities get away with a lot of stuff. But in any case, this group of people, they kind of get fed up with it. And so they basically go to the US government and are like, hey, we're sick of all of this. We have a way to fight these guys. Let us, put the kibosh to all this stupid superhero crap. And some black budget region of the US government is just like, yes. And so they fund this group called The Boys, who basically go around taking out these so-called superheroes. And it's really fun seeing how they operate and everything, because it's brutal and it's dark as fuck, but it actually manages to end on a surprisingly happy note. And there are moments of lightheartedness to it as well. But, yeah, I mean, be prepared to have a strong stomach and, get your heart broken a couple of times. But go for it. It's a fun series. And really, I feel like one of the coolest deconstructionist things I've ever read. But my point is that taking elements like that, tropes and things that apply to superheroes and even other stories, and then playing them not straight, playing them like how this would turn out in the real world, that's something that My Little Pony doesn't really do that often. It doesn't go for the whole reality ensues type trope all that much. And so in this case, at least in terms of everybody's attitudes towards what Rainbow Dash is trying to say, like, yeah, we're superheroes, we fight bad guys. Everybody else is just like, no, we've done what we've had to do, but we're normal people. We're not these big celebrity superhero types. Which, usually is like a pretty good attitude to have in terms of remaining humble and everything. But when there's actually a problem at hand, it's the Spider-Man thing, with great power comes great responsibility. And that means that when you have those powers, you need to be vigilant. You need to be looking out for any sign of a problem. You kind of have to give up a little bit on leading a normal life. Into the Spider-Verse, recent movie there, kind of had this, as just one small moment. When Miles Morales gets his spider powers, he's just like, no, I don't want this. And Peter Parker tells him, you don't really have a choice, kid. You have the powers. You have to use them. And Miles has to just come to terms with that. It starts out, this special, kind of seeming like a bit of a deconstructionist thing, where it's just like, yeah, Rainbow Dash is all for being superheroes and saving the day and everything, but, it seems like there's no real problem there. It seems like everything's in her head. It seems like nothing is actually, going the way that she's imagining it should. But then it goes the other direction. It pulls the reconstructionist angle there. And a reconstruction of something is it's a work that takes an older trope and a more stereotypical, traditional type trope for a genre, a series, a franchise, whatever, and it's just like, yes, here's what we actually should be like. And there are some great Reconstructionist stories out there as well. For example, what's the one that I haven't read it yet, but it's supposedly just a really good one. Mark Miller, I believe it was Daredevil, called not One Bad Day. That's the Batman thing, isn't it? God, what was that called? I don't know. It's the one where Kingpin basically he learns Matt Murdock's identity and he just screws him over completely and gives him absolutely nothing to lose. And as a result, Daredevil goes full on revenge mode and takes out Fisk's entire operation. And it's amazing. And they kind of pulled elements from that for season 3 of Netflix Daredevil show, and that was amazing. So, yeah, if that's another good one to look to. But the idea of a Reconstructionist story is that it's reaffirming the ideals of the superhero genre and of whatever story it is that you're trying to tell in general. And there are a few of these scattered throughout different, what's a good one? I don't know if it classifies as Decon Recon or if it's a straight up Recon, but Superman versus the Elite. Great story. Just absolutely wonderful. I recently watched the movie for the first time. It's fan-frickin-tastic. Basic story there is, Superman's just going around doing the Superman thing. A new group of quote-unquote heroes arrives on the block. They're called the Elite. They consist of Manchester Black, a guy who has Jean Grey type powers. Cold Cast, a black electric guy. The Hat, who is magical and he can summon anything pretty much from out of his hat. And Menagerie, a lady who's infected with alien parasites, which give her all kinds of abilities, like flying, and she can use her parasites to make binoculars. It's weird, but whatever. So the Elites, they show up, and at first they seem like, regular superheroes, at least they're trying to be. But then it turns out they have a bit of a darker side to them, and they think the ends justifies the means in terms of protecting people. And Superman's just like, no, you can't do this sort of stuff. We don't kill or anything like that. And the Elites are just like, screw you, we're going to do what we want. And Superman eventually has to challenge them to a fight in order to get them to stop. They beat the snot out of him. And at that point, he pretends to have snapped and to have gone a little bit insane. And he seems to kill all of them except for Manchester Black, who he beats up quite a bit. And it's pretty brutal and scary. But then Superman, he lobotomizes Manchester, sort of. He incinerates the portion of Manchester's brain that gives him superpowers, and then he's just like, turns out I'm not a bad guy after all. I didn't kill anybody. I'm still the hero, and you all suck because you wanted me to kill, and you just saw how bad it was, and you just admitted you were wrong. Haha, I win. It's not that kind of smug to it, but that's the basic idea. But it's reaffirming the idea of the all-loving, perfectly good Superman who does not kill people. He always finds another way. He believes in the good of everybody. And it's a fantastic story. Based on a comic book called What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way? I think that's the title. It's a great story, and it completely... it serves as a sort of reconstruction to Superman, especially in the modern era where Superman has gotten a lot more, how shall I put this? Man of Steel? Yeah. So, Reconstructionism in trope terms is a great thing to have for stories a lot of times, because going dark and gritty can be fun every once in a while, but having this story that just reaffirms the ideals and just gives you this warm and fuzzy feeling inside is really, really what it's all about. Just the height of entertainment there. And in this case, going back to the special, like, that's kind of what they did. They pulled the decon recon switch. We thought they were gonna deconstruct all of this stuff, the magical girl, superhero, whatever that the Humane 7 are, but then they kind of went the other way, and they were just like, no, this is what they are. They are superheroes. They do save the day when they have to. That doesn't mean, however, that, they don't deserve some downtime. They don't deserve to have a little fun. They don't deserve to, be teenage girls every once in a while. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's perfect. Just let that happen every once in a while. Have a story like that. It's great. And yeah, it really was just a lot of fun to see. Holy crap, that was way too long of talking. Anyways, comic book stuff aside, last thing here, this last topic, just a little added thing that I thought of earlier. We know that there are portals back and forth between the worlds. And the Season 8 finale kind of gave us another one in the form of Cozy Glow opening up a portal to dump all the Equestrian magic through. Which, yeah, that wouldn't have worked out. But, no, the point is that when Cozy Glow was being a villain, a lot of people, they noted that it seemed very strange for her to refer to the other ponies almost as if they were something separate from herself. She was just like, ugh, you ponies. Like she wasn't a pony. And so it does kind of seem even more possible now that what if Cozy Glow came through one of these portals? She's actually from the human world and she decided to come here and take over. Like, that would be weird, but who knows? So, yeah, just the fact that there are other portals in existence lends even more credence to an idea like that. Oh, it also brings up another question, like, what if, the elements of the pony world that have leaked through into the human world came through those portals in the past? Like, what if they know about Nightmare Moon and T-Rex because said characters at some point or another briefly stumbled through one of the portals and somebody saw them and was just like, that's the thing I need to base something on. And like that alicorn skeleton that we saw in one of the shorts in the museums. There's an alicorn skeleton in the background, just kind of preserved, fossilized, and that seems kind of weird. And people are like, oh, it's an alternate universe or a parallel dimension where, humans rose to supremacy instead of ponies, and the ponies went extinct years ago. And it's like, well, what if instead of that, what if a random alicorn just stumbled through the portal and died and got fossilized, like millions upon millions of years ago, back when alicorns were more common, apparently. Going by Journal of the Two Sisters there, at least. I don't know. But yeah, there are all kinds of new possibilities now that we know that there are other portals. Oh my god. I am so tired. This has been a lot of talking, and I need to stop now. So, I think that's everything. I think I've covered every single fucking topic I can. Because seriously, what the fuck? That was just a lot. I'm gonna go now. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you for season 9 at some point. The final season, which I'm sad about now. God damn it.